Well, good morning and happy Sunday. I can't say Sunday fun day no more because I guess it's the All-Star game. I guess something going on this Sunday. But yeah, y'all, we appreciate you.
That's just a football reference.
No, that's basketball. Oh, bless her heart.
Whatever.
So, hey y'all, we are here as you know to do the Love and Marriage Huntsville review panel. It's your girl Treese from Shadeinthecity.
It's Nose.
And of course, we got the lovely Really Be TV reviews, and we are so happy to have her because our girl is getting over some things, y'all. So we are happy to have her here on this Sunday morning. Thank God. Praise the Lord.
It got me.
But hey Chuck, good morning. And y'all, I ain't even gonna hold you. It's a little bit bittersweet. I don't always enjoy getting up early as crack. Well, this ain't early, but on a Sunday. But I do like, sitting up here with y'all kikiing every Sunday. So it's a little sad. I'm gonna miss y'all for a little bit because we only gonna take a small break. Anyway, okay, Chuck, what is you going? You going through
some things this morning, y'all.
Really?
He's
but hey, boo, good morning.
He got the Janet Jackson and all of that.
Cube Star said, "Really be with the tussled waves." Why they tussle?
It was Valentine's weekend.
Good.
Child, I was in bed.
Yeah, I know you, Really be. J Diva, good morning. How you feeling, Really be?
Didn't even have no man to come and take care of me, child.
Good morning, Gabby. J Diva wanted to know how you was feeling, Really be.
I'm better. I mean, every day I feel a little bit better. So,
hey, Andrew. Hey, Quake. Hey, Southern Belle. Hey, Ravine. Hey, Sweet Pea. Hey, Felicia Benson. Please forgive me. Okay, thank you. We appreciate it, Ravine. And hey, Terry T baby. So yeah, y'all, what did y'all think about this last part of the reunion? I kind of felt like it was. If I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it maybe a 7. A 7. I don't even know why I did that because I feel like Tracy gonna pop up any second and give it a negative, whatever she want to give it. Give it about 5 minutes. But good morning, Kenya.
I'm glad that they finally mentioned Kiki and did.
Yes, I was, and I think that's why I do believe that's why I rated it higher because I did appreciate that. My sensitive ass cried. So
I did a little bit too.
Right.
And I honestly feel like that should have been. I don't know why they would hold on to that till part 3, but whatever.
I don't understand why they didn't show the celebration of life in the. Well, I guess maybe they were done filming.
No, I think what happened is like a lot of
I don't think the family wanted them to film.
Right.
The family, from my understanding, the family blames the show for her downfall, for her relapse. So
it's okay to show it during the reunion?
Well, no, what I'm saying is, okay, so they showed footage from the homegoing?
Yes.
That well, then I don't know.
Yeah, that Tisha put together. They had like a celebration of life for her and they showed footage.
Oh, that's the one that Tisha put together because I think that maybe that happened later then. I don't know.
Yeah.
That wasn't her actual funeral, right? That wasn't her actual funeral.
No, that wasn't her actual funeral because they didn't even want Tisha and Wanda at her actual funeral. And so I know Maurice and Kimmy and all them weren't allowed.
So then what's crazy is Stormy had to have been there. Tisha there, but Stormy had to have been there.
Oh, of course. If she paid for it, I would imagine so. Andrew, what's going on, girl? So y'all know CK is over on X crashing out and losing his damn mind this morning. I want to know. I ain't on X no more, boo. So you gotta fill us in. Hey, Nita the Diva. Oh, y'all, you thought it was boring? I seen lackluster, Julia. Ravine said an 8. Gabby said it. Marquez bumped it down to a 6 for her. Yeah, they were trying to respect the families.
Who said that Carlos is losing his mind on X? Who said that?
Who was that? Andrew.
Andrew, can you screenshot and send it to me, boo? Because I'm not on X either.
Yeah, right. Neither one of us.
And send it to us.
It was only
wanna see
Cass at that one. The family did several memorials. I feel like that too. No, it was a memorial Tisha did. Okay. I agree. I think it was very tastefully done. Stormy absolutely was a real one. Marquez was absolutely acting a fool. And excuse me.
And Julia, Julia, I see what you're saying, but I think I'm glad that they actually mentioned that Stormy paid for it.
Right. But and you know what's so funny, because it wasn't Stormy that said it, right? Somebody prompted her.
It was Carlos. It was Carlos.
Yeah. Too feisty. Carlos is crashing out over the surviving Carlos King live. I ain't even gonna hold you. Y'all, we can start the show. Hold on.
But I was gonna do a live
about it.
I just didn't feel like it yesterday. I was gonna do it yesterday. Ooh, send me them screenshots. Please, Andrew. Please, boo. You said it's too much. You've been at it for over an hour.
What?
Can somebody help? Can somebody help Andrew? Let's collectively do it.
She said, "Work together, y'all."
I'll cash app you.
But for Nels, who doesn't know, Kempire and Taria did a whole expose on his channel about, shout out to Kempire and Taria.
I'm about to text Taria right now.
Right. And basically did a whole expose on Carlos King and all of the people that have come out, mainly Black women that come out and speak against him and the treatment. And Winter, you don't know the Bell Collective girls, but Monique Samuels, that's your girl. Who else? Who else can I think of? Really be
Winter. Oh, you said Winter.
Yeah, I said Winter already. But basically, Melody. Look, if Destiny was smart, she would get in on it, because that is public. That is clear to our face that he don't care for her. But yeah. So anyway, y'all, we ain't even run the intro. I apologize, but we're gonna stop and get right back into it. Yeah, we're gonna get shady. And this is why I love Tracy. Good morning, Tracy. I talked you up. Hey, everybody. The show is still a -8 out of 10. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. I was waiting on you at the door. Okay. Gabby said, yeah, Kempire's version was good. Yeah, it was. It was very, they made very valid points. He said, how will people make money without bashing him? Julia, you know what? He acts like he don't care what people say. He be so busy on Instagram posting, oh, don't worry about it. And all I care about is God, money, and and
that's why I'm surprised that he's responding, because he generally does not.
I was gonna say,
that's why I said this must have really got to him.
Because they
really got to him.
Because they made very valid points. All right, y'all. So we are kicking off this reunion. Y'all know that Ken is not amused by Martell joking that he and Trish slept together. And so as Carlos is asking Ken how he feels about Martell insinuating that there was something more, Mel questions, why doesn't Martell have anything to say to that man over there that's talking to him with real big BDE? Okay.
He really wasn't, though.
I'm just saying.
Let me tell you, she really was stretching it. Like it was a stretch, because really when Martell was like, well, because he wasn't disrespectful, I thought the same thing. He wasn't being disrespectful.
Well, anyway, now Mel makes the point, he's so quick to address any women on the cast. And that's a very good point. But like Nell said, Martell's like, I'm not going to, I ain't addressing nothing. Don't let her blow this up, because at the end of the day, like, he wasn't disrespectful to me. Okay. So then Carlos keeps going back to this. So Martell, you really don't think that you owe Ken and Trish an apology? And I was like, how many times are we going to go over this. And then Maurice is like, well, you did make the joke just now, so I do kind of understand what Carlos is saying. And then he was like, if you don't shut the hell up and stay out of this, you know what I'm saying? And then Nell is like, stop yelling in my ear, which in turn, her and Martell start exchanging words. And then basically he ends up apologizing to Nell and Chris because Nell will whoop his ass. And if I'm not mistaken, now one part I did catch from Lexi's thing is apparently Nell does know how to fight. Okay.
Yeah, Nell definitely know how to wear the pants.
Right. Okay.
To hear Lexi tell the story.
Right. Right. So yeah, Martell knew better and he did better. Okay. So yeah, basically, y'all, that was pretty much it. And then Mel is asking, basically asked Chris if about the whole story about him introducing Martell to Trish at the gym, and he basically confirms it. But we already knew that, and I ain't gonna hold you. I was just tired of hearing about this. But go ahead.
Remember when Chris said it, we thought it was BS. So it was nice to hear Chris reiterate it, and then Martell agreed that was what happened. Because I know before when Chris said, I was like,
it didn't make sense.
He just found him on IG. He just found her on IG.
Yeah, like
it didn't make no sense. So it was nice to like hear him say it, and then Chris agreed and then Martell agreed that is how it went down.
But it still don't make no sense to me. But okay, y'all.
I know. I was gonna say, because all that to me says is that y'all just got y'all lie together.
And you know what?
As long as we got the same lie, even if it still don't make sense, we got our lie together.
And I prefer that. I prefer that than you just playing in my damn face, expecting me to believe this BS, and ain't nobody going along with it. Now, if y'all both come and tell me that's the story, then I ain't got no choice. Okay, whether I think it's BS or not.
Right. And then I skipped over it, but I don't understand why Carlos had to bring up this thing about Martell thinking Trish was cute enough. I don't know, just the little things, that he tries to do that's not cute to me. So then anyway, one thing I did like Carlos for is he goes into, the rest of the story about him sliding in her DMs and her ending up in the house to work out. Trish says that they were supposed to work out in the gym. And so Carlos's shady ass reminds her that she couldn't remember whether it was a gym or a house.
He was like, how was you confused?
Right.
Weights and
sanitizer. He's like workout benches
in a kitchen. I said, you better tell it. You better tell it. I was confused. I forgot. Girl, bye.
She said she thought she was training him at the neighborhood clubhouse because they live in. She said she Googled the address and they live in one of them good communities. So, and Martell did confirm that they have a clubhouse. So clearly it has a fitness center and all that good stuff.
But you looked up the address to his house and thought it was the clubhouse?
No, meaning like she knew the neighborhood, so it probably would, because she trains other clients at their clubhouses.
Mm-hmm. And when you pulled up in the driveway and realized it wasn't the clubhouse, then what?
Well, maybe she thought they were going to drive over to the club. I get what you're saying, okay? I get where you're going. Because you didn't give me the clubhouse address. You gave me your address. I get where you're going. I got to play advocate and give this,
Tish ass be lying. Listen, she lying. We ain't gonna never get the real story. At this point, I don't think they actually had sex, but I do think that there was an intention that wasn't about.
I think on both parts. I think there was an intention on both parts. I think you're right. I think they didn't have sex, but I think there was an intention on both parts. I think that he invited her over to have sex, and I think she went wanting to have sex. And he started talking about Mel and all this other stuff, and she probably talking about her problems, and it just didn't get there. But I think they both.
That's the part that I ain't gonna let. That's the part that lost me. My thing is this: knowing Markel, Lord, sorry, Markel, not talking about you, boo. Knowing Martell the way, right? Knowing Martell the way we know Martell. Does anybody believe that Martell would ever go to a female trainer? Like, come on! I don't think his intention was ever for her to train him. I think that was
not at all.
I think that was used to get her there. Now she might have believed that dumb shit, but I'm sure he was flirting. I'm sure he was like, you looking real good, girl, because that's how Martell is. So yeah.
Did you see that? Don't advocate a liar, Treese.
I see, Ravine. Don't come for me this morning, Ravine. You know I love you, boo.
She
Don't do that.
For anybody. She advocates for anybody.
Tracy said they absolutely did it. Gabby said
they absolutely did it.
Gabby said Trish segment had me losing brain cells. Don't do that. They had sex, then talked about Mel and Marquez. Don't do that, Tracy. You a fool. Overcomer says she went over there multiple times. No, they had sex. No, but they were just talking about Mel. Remember Overcomer? That's what was going on. CC Freak said Martell will hump anything that breathes. Well, Andrew said, nah, they smashed. Marquez been told how he heard her tell her friend on the phone, and Mel's kids were on the other side. So y'all think they did have sex? Well, I mean, I think the people have obviously think they had it. They did the do. Yes, he will. Okay. Agreed. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. If y'all disagree in the chat, but I think we can all agree that maybe something happened. Miss Thing, no, Martell hit that. It's too much information going around and too much proof that he hit that. And one thing, I forgot who it was. I was watching something. Oh, matter of fact, let's talk about it. I was trying to wait till we get there. Did anybody catch Queen Sheba? Shout out to Queen Sheba. Did anybody catch Queen Sheba's interview with Marquez last night? I damn sure did. I started
listening to it and fell asleep.
Child,
so I've been in bed most of the weekend, child.
Yeah. What Marquez did let slip is that basically, yeah, Trisha was messing with that man, and she does think that there was some overlap between her being married, Ken, and Martell. And I said, oh, Trish was just out here.
I don't care, sir. I don't care. You cheated the entire time. Nobody feels bad.
He said he didn't cheat the entire time. No shade. I'm not even. I think that if you watch the interview, and y'all can tell me if y'all disagree with me, which I know y'all will, because that's just what y'all do, right? But if you watch the interview, it actually gives you, like, you feel bad for Marquez. In my opinion, he looks like a sucker.
Trace, you always feel bad for this man.
No, you got to understand. He comes off like, no, Trish has been playing in his face since high school. He said, he talks about how they met and how he was supposed to take her to prom, and she ended up going to prom with another dude.
He talks about how he's always there for his kids by making phone calls. Girl,
I'm just saying.
He has his own sense of reality, Trees.
Don't do that.
He has his own sense of reality. I don't know why. Why are we doing this?
Don't do that.
My goodness. Well, anyways, okay.
She just won't let poor Marquez.
Oh Lord.
That's the problem. You think poor Marquez.
I do. It was to me, Ravine, but I'm sure you'll come back and tell me if you disagree.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I have to finish watching it, but my thing is, I don't feel sorry for none of them. I feel like all of them got a different level of bullshit with them. I think Ken got some bullshit with him. I definitely think Trish got some. And Marquez, sir, if it was so horrible, you could have filed for divorce a long time ago. Bye.
Okay. I agree with that. Well, Ravine, that's valid. Very good.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you.
I ain't even get to it yet. The timeline doesn't match. She was messing with Ken in 2017 when they were still happily married. Thank you. Tracy says she cheated first. Right. Well, Miss Bree said he is a liar and a user. Halfpin said, so why didn't he divorce her a long time ago? Don't make sense. Okay. DM.
Think he moved to Atlanta by himself? He just moved to Atlanta by himself? He picked up, left his kids and his wife to move with some woman.
He could have left at any time. He can leave now. What's the problem?
But remember, he didn't move to Atlanta at first. Remember, he moved out the house and he moved down the street, and then he moved to Atlanta. He didn't just pick up and move to Atlanta. There was an in-between.
And he said that he was in Texas for work or something like that for like 5 years. He was on an assignment. He was like, I was the top such and such as some building.
This is why they were still together?
Yes, this is why they were still together. So he's like, so this narrative that she's trying to paint of me being broke and all that, that's not.
He didn't respond when he said he was borrowing money from the kids. when Ken said he was borrowing money from his kids. I mean, listen. He's also not defending this narrative. I mean, Ken said we had to give you money. Did he say anything in return? He said you're
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's money from your kids. Did he say anything in return?
Oh, okay. Y'all really going in. Y'all do not see it for Marcus. He is not lying. He is in his kid's life. He talks to them. Now the money, I don't know. Okay, Tracy.
Oh, yeah, picking up the telephone. I mean, that's like saying a man is in jail. A man in jail calling collect is in his kid's life because he on the phone.
Gabby. So to answer that question, one part of the interview, he absolutely admits Trish got that $1 million. Ooh. He absolutely because she asked him, why are you not divorced? She was like, why did you stay so long? And he's like, I ain't even gonna hold you. That thing is good. Yeah, am I wrong? Anybody else that saw the interview, he absolutely said that thing is like he said that's why Ken is over there caught up like he is.
And see, that he just sounds like a dumb man. That's just dumb.
I'm just telling you what was said. Just telling you what was said, y'all. Anybody else? Look, 100% right. Please watch it. I thought he was suspect at first, but he had receipts. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Which
look, hers and probably he probably got some pen pals too. Probably her life and other women's lives too.
Who?
Moses.
Oh, I can't with y'all. Y'all doing the most. Anyway, so basically, y'all, I'm sorry. We got
Angela. Children cannot live on fresh air. The man's a bum.
I don't think he's a bum.
He's a bum. He got called a bum to his face. He didn't say what he's doing not to be a bum.
Okay, well, basically, y'all. So then obviously we got into the Marquez portion of the situation. And yeah, him and Trish are going back and forth about what he do for the kids. Ken is calling him a bum to his face. But one thing I didn't like, of course, is Ken gonna come out. I don't know if anybody else clocked it. And one of the first things he want to say is about how much money he spend and what he do for them. And
because you ain't doing it, and you constantly talking about how these your kids.
Yeah, but then he turns around and does it to Trish too. We've seen that.
I mean, that's what Trish decides to put up with. But at the end of the day, if you telling me these your kids and you don't want me to play daddy, well then step in, sir.
Miss Bree said he was cheating in 2015. It's in a Facebook group. Okay, I feel like I heard something about that too in the interview, that something came out online, and I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It was a lie. I literally still got like maybe 15 minutes left of the interview, but the parts that I did get, it was good. Isis said, why would
I say this?
Yeah.
For me, it's okay. So this is what I'm gonna say. Somebody in the chat said, I think it was O Street or Lil Baby. One of them said they were just too young to get married. And I'm gonna go with that. I agree.
I agree. She was
still in high school, for goodness sake. I think that there were probably bullshit done on both sides. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if it even matters who did it first, because they were just young. And I think both of them was probably not ready to be married, not ready for the responsibility. And they was both doing dumb shit to each other. At this point, I don't even care about none of that. I mean, for me, everybody else can feel that way. I'm saying fast forward to now. I honestly don't want to hear, and I'll listen to Queen Sheba's interview, but I just feel like at this point, if she was so this, that, and the other, because if can't nobody explain to me why y'all ain't filed for divorce yet, I don't understand what we're doing here. Because Trish should have filed for divorce, and I know that she's not interested in marrying Ken. Ken don't know it. He might know it now, but he didn't know it then, that she's not interested in being married to him. But if you have a whole nother man in your home around your children, you should have at least filed the damn paperwork. And if he didn't do what he was supposed to do, or whatever the situation is, that's a different conversation. And on the flip side, I'm gonna say the same thing to you. So I'm gonna say, I'm looking at both of them, Marquez and at Trish, and I'm like, I don't understand why either one of y'all haven't filed the paperwork. That makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I say all three of them, in my opinion, all three of them got some bullshit with them. Okay, Brenda said he explained that he has been with her since 70. Oh, okay. I thought she was saying that. Unfortunately, in the court of law, hold on. somebody just said, unfortunately, in the court of law, and just because she doesn't get money. Okay, they talking about other stuff. I thought somebody was addressing what I said. So that's, I mean, honestly, that's just kind of where I am with it, because until somebody can explain to me why ain't neither one of y'all filed for divorce, but y'all so ready to be away from each other, I can't. None of that makes sense to me. Because I mean, I've never been married, and so clearly I've never had to go through a divorce. But I do feel like, if I feel like this man was such a deadbeat dad and he abandoned my kids and he cheated on me and he treated me so bad, and I found this section chocolate over here that's taking care of me, helping me pay my bills, moved in with me, my kids calling him daddy, I don't understand why you couldn't have went down to the courthouse and filed that damn paperwork. It ain't that damn hard.
Okay. One thing I will say that he did talk about was, and naturally Mar just brought it up in my mind, he does say that the paperwork wasn't works, but the reason why it has not been signed yet is because she did not include the kids in the divorce papers, basically. And so when he went down to the court, and basically they told him, if you sign off on this, then you're going to have to come back and fight for custody of your kids, because this divorce has no kids involved. She tried to make it basically slide it under radar and think he was stupid enough to just sign, which he actually would have signed had the court clerk not told him and pointed that out.
I was going to say, so don't act like he caught it. Don't act like he caught it. Somebody told him.
Not too much on my y'all.
You just think he cute.
But can I say,
but Tracy's dumb.
So I have another.
Dumb, dude.
But he is dumb. But I have another thing. Okay, I hear you, Treese. I got you on that part. When was that filed, though? When was that done?
Oh, I can't even tell you. I know Queen Sheba saw the receipt. She saw the decree. She did confirm that that's exactly what happened.
But I need to know when did she file it? Because if she ain't filed it 5 years ago, I still ain't interested.
They're saying September.
Oh, okay.
September.
Y'all better.
Huh?
Wait a minute. September of 2024.
Yeah.
Bye. Then I still ain't interested.
Overcomer.
Because again, what that says to me is, now that y'all are on the show and it became a conversation, now you worried about filing for the divorce. I still want to know why this, if both of them are so terrible, why ain't even one of them filed shit before now? September 2024 still tells me it's a storyline for me.
Well,
maybe they're too close to get a divorce. No, ma'am. Not see, you can't have it both ways, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that Trish is this engineer, make all this money, and she living so good, but she too broke to go file for the damn divorce.
Apparently,
no, you can't have it.
According to Ken, he paid for it.
Well, y'all, Overcomer, I love this point. I did see this on the internet, the IG the other day, and I did see that it looks like Trish and Ken have broken up. If I'm not mistaken,
what I heard.
If I'm not mistaken, Ken was out here wearing or sporting Marquez's crashing out hoodie or apparel that he's created, and he said he was trying to support, and Marquez said, no, thank you, I don't want your fake love, but thank you for copping and supporting the brother. But yeah, no. And so and apparently Trish said that in an IG post that she can't basically wait to tell her story of what she's been through, and emotional, A word and all this other stuff. I think she said verbal A word. I don't know if she got, I didn't see anything physical, but I know y'all will correct me in the chat. But yeah, I think they broke up, and I think that, it was bound to happen. The show was going to do it, because how long was Ken going to publicly let Trish play in his face? Just, my thoughts. Okay, yes, I agree, y'all. Marquez's divorce was filed, but she lied and said that. Right. Nita said he's still a bum deadbeat, so fighting is just dumb at this point. He explained that he has been with her since he was 17. Okay, right. All right, y'all. So then, yeah, no, pretty much they go back and forth. One thing that I did, is there anything? Oh, and so then Carlos tries to bring up this whole situation with Mel and Marquez, and I guess him having some type of interest in Mel, and he's like, yeah. And then I guess it was supposed to be cute. I didn't really think it was cute. I think it was kind of a waste of our time, but he basically decides to give Mel her flowers, and
that he took off the table.
And ask her for an opportunity to really sit down and talk business with her later on. And yeah, at that point I was like, Marquez, just get off stage, bro. Like you've served your purpose. There was one point where Carlos did have to stand up on Marquez and be like, look, you gonna sit you, because it started to get real heated.
It ain't that type of show, homie. It ain't that type of
show.
He
was like, so I'm gonna need you to sit down. I brought you here to tell your story, but right now you ain't looking good, brothers.
Just did you see when he told Trisha, he said, you need counseling, you need to heal? Ken said, that's why I'm here. I'm helping her heal.
I did catch that.
I said, oh, like Ken want that smoke. Ken wants to get under his skin.
Oh, okay. So one thing I will add, one of my favorite parts of the interview is that Queen Sheba asked Marquez if he was married. He said, I am married. Well, he said, I'm single, but I identify as married. And then he said, like, Marceau is married and identifies as single. I said, why did Marceau have to catch the stray?
Because Marceau gave him.
And then Queen Sheba was like, are you serious? And she was like, are you serious? And he was like, no, I said what I said. Like, he was like, no, I know what I said. Marceau.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, okay, we know about Marceau, okay, and we know about you, sir. Nobody cares what you have to say. Nobody cares. You're not spilling no tea. You're not saying nothing. We know about his back, okay, in the picture. Nobody cares. We care about you taking care of your kids, sir. Focus on that. Stop focusing on trying to be messy. Get some ends up so you can stop borrowing from your child.
All right, go ahead and you get into St. Thomas.
Yeah. So then Carlos dismissed all the men and just had the ladies out that were on the girls' trip. Kimmy and Tisha, they still feeling disrespected about the rooms they got. Kimmy said that she feels like it happened because they were caught in the crossfire with the whole Destiny come in and Mel feeling like they knew, like she knew. Carlos asked if she thinks that Mel's head has blown up since being on the show. I'm gonna then reference her thinking she's like Jesus. She said, basically, I think it was Nell. My bad. So basically Nell said that it was a joke. Okay, but she does still feel like her head has gotten big. And Mel said, okay, she ain't even the one that started that. It was Nell. Okay, basically talking about everybody need to fall in line. This is Mel's show. Basically, you need to do what you told. And Nell said, I was asked if I feel like your head is blown up. And, basically she gets into how she was heard about how Mel downplayed the role that she played in her life and being the mentor. And she said, you know what? Listen, I apologize. Okay. She said, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. Okay. I really appreciate what you did for me. And I apologize if you felt offended. Okay. I think Kimmy even tried to intervene and ask her a question like, how did you expect it to be received? And Mel shut that down real quick. She said, listen, okay, I'm trying to make sure she understands, she hears me and hears my apology. So then Carlos brings up when Destiny got there and how she tried to say sorry to Mel. And Mel basically told her that we'll talk. And he was like, I felt like y'all left off on accord. And do you feel like, y'all can be like friendly towards each other? Mel basically said the opportunity has passed. That was back when we was in St. Thomas. And Destiny said it was really because Mel was painting this narrative that she was moving too fast. She was being too needy. And Mel said, yeah, because you were. You was on a trip all up my ass. Okay. Every time I sat down somewhere, you was right there. Every time I was, trying to talk to somebody, you was you trying to whisper to me, you sitting right next to me, you all up in my ear. And Carlos said, look, they tried to go back and forth. Okay. And Carlos said, listen, we got to move on. Okay. And they basically said, it's up and it's stuck. Literally, those are their words. I said, oh, it's okay. We quoting Cardi B now. All right.
Right.
Look, they didn't turn gangster. Okay. Then he invited out a special guest. And I'm not going to lie, I thought it was going to be Tiffany.
Tiffany.
I thought it was going to be Tiffany until I saw the back of the person. And I was like, they too dark to be Tiffany. But it was Stormy. I wasn't expecting Stormy.
And she looked good too. Hey, Scotty.
Yeah, she did look good. Hey, Scotty. So he asked her, about her pregnancy journey. She said she's not pregnant, but they did find a surrogate. So hopefully next year, if everything goes as planned, they'll be adding an addition to their family. Then he asked her why she decided to walk away from Huntsville. She said, I was out here making this money. Okay, I was booked and busy. All right. She said that she was the first person on TikTok to make $1 million live stream. Then she became the #1 seller in the US on any live selling platform. I said, okay, you better tell what you've been out here doing. And then she said, her mom was bringing up her arrest, and then she was getting all type of negativity from the fans. And that's not something she wanted to deal with while dealing with something so astronomical. So Carlos asked if Courtney was too scared to come out, and she said, no, boo. Okay, never that. All right. Courtney is not here for the shits. Okay. He was always here for me. And, Mel tried to chime in and basically say, that's true. He's all about his wife and he's really not here for the drama. Then Carlos showed some clips of Kiki and the entire cast. Hold on one second, y'all. So then the entire cast was in tears. And it looks like they were doing like a celebration of life that like I said, Tisha put together. And Carlos asked Tisha how are things, with her and her family since Kiki's passing. And she said her only concern is the kids. Okay, that's the only people that really matter to her, because she's always had a tight bond with them and she want to keep that relationship going. And she said that she's upset because everybody saw, like the negative side of their relationship and, the bad things that happened. But really, that was like a sister to her. And she wished people would have really seen that side. So Carlos asked Stormy if it's true that she paid for the entire funeral. And she said that she had a strong affinity for Kiki, and everybody knows why. And she knows that Kiki was going through some things financially. And she knows like things like that could be a strain on the family. So she reached out to the husband, and he basically said it must be God, because he was literally just discussing with his friend how they were going to pay for this. And it was on her spirit. So she did it. So Tisha gave her flowers for doing it. She said it speaks to her and her heart. And she said it really changed her perspective of her. Kimmy and Maurice said, to keep the family and the kids in their prayers. And, he also said, if there's anything that you can do for the family, please do it, because the kids are at a pivotal point in their lives. And Tisha said, it really taught her a lesson, basically kind of like tomorrow's not promised, that, if she's going through it with anybody, she's going to make sure it gets resolved and move forward, because the situation with her cousin really taught her a lesson. And then afterwards, Carlos gave his final thoughts, and then they did a toast to Marceau's 45th birthday. And that was pretty much it. That was it.
Yeah. No, that was it, y'all. I feel like, honestly, if we hadn't sat and talked about interviews and exposés going on, we might have only been here for a good 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. For real. But yeah, no, that was pretty much how they ended the season. I thought that, they closed it out well. And, Carlos definitely said, we'll see you next season. Obviously, we know that they're filming, but we know some people aren't, i.e. Melody. And I heard Martell hasn't started filming yet either.
Which I haven't gotten an update to that. I was told that Martell was holding out for more money and he wanted Ariana to film. I haven't gotten an update. That was about 2 weeks ago that I was told that. So I don't know if anything has changed. I do know that Carlos called Melody to ask her to come back.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I have a question for y'all. So if we could get, this is just hypothetically speaking, let's say Carlos says, you know what, Martell, I can't co-sign with your bull no more. And no, you don't have a job. And he just brings back the Scotts, the Ken and the Trisha and the Marquez of it all, and then maybe adds on another couple or two. Would you watch the show?
Wait, who's not in it?
Well, you don't have Martell and you don't have Mel. It's just the Scotts, and then it would be Ken, Trisha, and then he would probably add one other couple. Would y'all watch?
I wouldn't. It's a no for me.
I just, because I was like, if he don't bring Martell back, maybe I would kind of just tune in and see what they doing, just to see if it would be able to stay afloat. But Andrew said, hell to the no. Naturally, Mars said, nope, don't want it either. Okay. Ravine said, no, they are boring.
I wonder, so is Stormy not coming back?
No, she's not coming back.
No,
yeah, I wouldn't watch it.
Well, yeah, y'all. So that pretty much ends. Look, it would be easier to review, right, Scotty? That's why I was like, it might be a little bit more like lighthearted. You know what I mean? I don't want to say lighthearted. They still gonna give us, because it's Carlos King. He's gonna give us
easy to review, not easy to watch.
Oh, I forgot. No, they don't need another couple. You still have Chris and Nell too. I forgot all about them, but I guess maybe that's why you do need another couple, because I completely forgot about them.
Well, I'm gonna say this too. The other side of it is everybody else is gonna have to clock in. Like Maurice, Kimmy, Tisha, and Marceau really have been getting away with very surface storylines. Now, I believe that they are filming more than what we're seeing, but because production has been so focused on all of this extra bullshit, we don't get a lot of it. Also, what I don't want to happen, and then what's going to happen, because Scotty mentioned this on his live. First of all, can I give a shout out to Scotty by Nature? If y'all have not watched his review, y'all, please. Scotty was drunk last night, and his review was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Oh, I'm a little replay gang, Scotty. I'll see you in a minute.
Scotty was drunk doing his review last night, and it was hilarious. But what Scotty said, and I told you guys this too, we know that Marquez, whatever the boy name is, and Ken, we know there was a physical altercation. So y'all already know that this season is going to be built around that damn fight. Y'all, especially with no Melody. And if Martell I don't know when he shows up in the filming, you already know how this goes. You already know what Carlos is going to do. He's going to build this whole story around that fight. It's going to be in the trailer. It's going to be in the y'all know what it's going to be. So get ready for Lockjaw and Mr. Built Bodybuilder and I don't know what the hell we're going to call Marquez, but just get ready for that threesome for a minute.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all.
I was hilariously drunk last night.
Look, I'm definitely going back to tune in. But yeah, y'all, we appreciate you being here with us. We did confirm with the Really Be TV reviews that we will be coming back. Not this week. We will be giving you a recorded version of episode 2 of Ready to Love. But then week 3, we will be coming back live for y'all and discussing Friday's episode. So yeah, make sure y'all join us for that foolishness. And and also be on the lookout. We will be putting out Family Over Fiance. Hopefully ain't no cousins involved this week, because that was a lot. That was a lot. And but yeah, y'all, we appreciate you being here. If you have not already, Really Be, what you got going on over there?
Well, listen, this sickness done took me out. I absolutely am going live in a little while to talk about Kim Pyre's and Terica's video on Carlos. I'm trying to get some of these screenshots of Carlos over on the Twitter acting a fool now. So I'm gonna do that at some point today. Of course, we have the Real Housewives of Potomac tonight. I'm not sure what this week is gonna look like, y'all. I'm traveling for work again, and I'm still trying to get my energy levels up. Yeah, because it just comes in waves. Like, I'll feel okay, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh, I need to take a nap." You know what I mean? You can have that couch back there. Me and that couch thing got real comfortable. I'll be just rolling up in a blanket and laying on that couch and just be asleep. So, and when you're sick, you just get your energy levels. So I'm traveling for work this week. So we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. But y'all just got to bear with me this week till I get my life together, because it's been a lot going on.
And even better, we won't be going live as early either, y'all. So y'all can sleep in a little longer, and you ain't got to get up and come catch us, okay? But yeah, y'all, we appreciate y'all. And
we're gonna be in church.
Yeah, because we're gonna be in church. Some heathens want to be in church.
You know what?
But if y'all haven't already, please make sure that y'all hit both like buttons, whether you're on Really TV Reviews or Shade in the City.
Oh, no. Whether you like it or not, it's at T's house. It's at T's house tonight. I mean, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Make sure that y'all are commenting. Oh, you get so long with it. You make me lose track. It's not my fault, okay? You start talking about other stuff. All right.
Anyway, make sure y'all go subscribe to both channels, please. Really Good TV Reviews. And yes, and hit y'all notification bell so you know when we come live again with the Ready to Love. But we appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Have a good week. Be blessed and enjoy President's Day or just enjoy the day off. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, hold up. Stop. Whoa, wait. It's at my house?
I think for some reason you did say you had part 1 of the reunion. I felt like I heard that you say that once.
Oh, it's at my house.
I think you're right, Scotty. I think you're right.
You know what? You are right. We were at T's house last week. The week before last. We were. You're right, because me and T was going at it the whole time. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Well, all right, y'all. Okay. Thank y'all. Enjoy the week. Be blessed. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Damn, I need to